years of silent revolution in Enone by the representative that has the vision and presence of mind to put his people first in all his activities since he emerged on the political scene. With a reservoir of experience, both in private and public life under his belt, the people are today living in the quality representation and lasting legacies that would be there for generations yet unborn. Today, we bring you face to face with the many projects and legislative activities of the one you nicknamed the Ozigi Zagawan of Inone politics, the feedback and give back lawmaker, the Toknadu, the moving train, the Apata Gariza, and the shoring of Afroma Pepe. Dr. Francis Ottah Agbo, member representing Agbo Badibon of Oku Federal Constituency in the Green Chamber of the National Assembly. Sit back and enjoy.
Dear brothers and sisters of the Federal Constituency of Agbo of Oku Badibo, it is with great joy I am highly delighted to address you today. The second year of my being in the National Assembly, precisely the House of Reps, serving you, speaking for you, defending your cause, and always representing you. But before I continue, let me first and foremost thank God Almighty for protecting us. Thank God Almighty that made it possible for us to even run for the election in the first place in 2019. Having thanked God Almighty, our Creator, I want to equally thank you, the good people of Agbo Badibo Federal Constituency, the people I call the long-suffering people, because you've been suffering and you have been very, very loyal and law-abiding to the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So I want to thank you for all the support you have given to me in the last 2 years. Without your support, I wouldn't have recorded the modest achievements that I've recorded in the last 2 years, for which I am eternally grateful to you. As you all know, when I ran for the House of Reps, I promised that whenever you cry, I will cry with you. I promise whenever you laugh, I will laugh with you. I also promise to make laughter permanent in your lives. And I also promise to work so hard so that at the end of the day, with your cooperation, with your understanding, we can turn Agbo of Badibo Federal Constituency, otherwise known as Enone, into the center of gravity and development of Idoma land. And today I'm very happy, and I can report to you that God Almighty has been faithful. Many of the promises we actually made to you, we have started implementing them, we have started redeeming them. So many of them have been redeemed, and we hope to continuously work hard. And with your cooperation, I am very, very sure that we are going to achieve all we set out to achieve. With passion, with the passion we have shown, and with the passion you have also shown in my activities at the National Assembly here, I know very clearly that we are going to actually reach the promised land. I want to tell you that, like you know, in the moment I was elected, even before I was sworn in, I noticed that cassava production or cassava plantation or cultivation was key, and that was why I had to cough out some money, had in money, even before I was sworn in, to buy 3 trailer loads of vitamin A fortified cassava high yielding stems, and I distributed to all of you. The whole idea was to make sure that you have food sufficiency. The whole idea was to make sure that you enjoy food sufficiency in Agbo Badibo Federal Constituency, as well as in raising the political economy of the grassroots. And I can report to you that so many people made a lot of businesses, profits and what have you from those seeds. And today, so many people who never believed in it are beginning to even call me to ask for more and more of such seedlings. I want to also tell you that even shortly after we were elected, we had to wade into the Olu and Poga crisis. I was the only elected representative that went to the Lions Den. We negotiated, spoke with them, spoke peace, spoke sense into our brothers and sisters who were taking arms against one another. And at the end of the day, they accepted peace under the leadership of our cerebral deputy governor of Benue State, Engineer Benson Abono Akidoma. And we had a peace rally in Lanye, and at the end of the day, peace returned to Olu and Opoga. And today people of Opoku can sleep with their two eyes closed. I am very, very happy and I'm very proud to be part and parcel of the team that actually brought this to pass. And I'm also delighted to tell you that in line with the promise I made to you, that I won't draw a dime from my salary. On the 30th of December 2019, I front-loaded my salary 10 million naira, and then we're able to identify the poorest people in our federal constituency. Not all, but some of them, and we distributed 10,000 naira to each of them. We fed them, we transported them to the place, and we also took care of some indigent students, some of them blind, deaf, and what have you, and we're able to bankroll their school fees within the period and within the limit that our resources could take. And we did all of this because we actually believe that service to man is service to God. And having promised that we're going to serve you, we have to do all of this because you need to know that it is not all politicians that promise and fail. And God Almighty, I want to report to you, has been very kind to us. God has made sure that we actually reap bountifully from that sacrifice we did. And I want to seize this opportunity to call on my constituents, my people, the people of Agbo, to help one another, help the poorest in your society, help the poorest in your environment. For that is actually the essence of living. Because the Bible is very clear, whatever you do to the least of my brother, you have done to God Almighty. And it will interest you to note that with the advent of the novel COVID-19, it behoves on us to actually intervene to help our people. It will interest you to note that I distributed 3 trailer loads of grains during the COVID. And then I also bought hand sanitizers, bought a lot of stuff, face masks, and distributed to our people. We also went to NEMA, lobbied NEMA, and at the end of the day, we succeeded in getting NEMA to supply grains, foodstuffs, sorghum, gari, rice, and what have you. And we did that and we're happy. And it will also interest you to note that we launched what we call Operation Light Up Enone. The whole philosophy behind that is that no community, no district, starting with the district, should be left without electrification in Agbo. And so we just, within the first budget that we did, we swung into action and we started the electrification of the chapel, beginning from Opoga. And I want to report to you that before the end of this year, people of Ichama will enjoy electricity. But we didn't just stop there. We also made sure that we completed the electrification project started by our leader, the Popo Kingdom, distinguished Senator David Marby, living legend. He started the electrification project in Juba and Olai, and he couldn't finish it before he stepped aside. So when we came on board, since I am directly from the Juba district, I had to take it upon myself to complete the electrification, for which the former Senate President himself is very, very happy. That at least the project is started, I came on board and I completed it. And to God be the glory today, the people of Ulaya and the Juba now enjoy electricity. It also interests you to know that Rongo ward is the most populous, homogeneous ward in Ottah district. Indeed, it's also the most populous, homogeneous ward in Agbo. But everybody there speaks Utonko, but they do not have electricity. But right now, as I speak to you, before the end of this year, they will enjoy full blast electricity because we are almost done with the electrification. The transformers have been supplied, everything has been supplied. We're almost done with it, and I'm very happy that this happened. Ikle ward is one of the wards in Agbo that doesn't have electrification or electricity. We have commenced the process. It's captured in this year's budget, and we intend to complete it this year too by ensuring that Ikle will enjoy electricity. The Izi and Eza people who are giving their life from Ijuban this award. We are going to hit Randa from the B market, hit the B market, Randa, we'll go up to Onebo, from Onebo to Ofianka to Nubaraso to Mwedoga to Sura and to Ndobasi. Then we're also going to take from OJB to Inikri, that is the Eza speaking area, so that all of our people will enjoy electricity. We are not resting our hours. We are working very hard to ensure that we actually turn our place into the center of gravity of the politics, like I promised. You also notice that women are very key, they are very important in everything we do. If you've been following us, you know that we've done a lot of empowerment for women. We empower them, train them how to be entrepreneurs, and then we give them starter packs. We've done it in Ogboko local government, in Agbo local government, in Obadipo local government, and the women are happier. We have been embarking on aggressive advocacy on waging war against narcotic drug addiction. We target the students in secondary school, we target university students, we target road transport workers and what have you, because we want to cleanse our land from narcotic drug addiction, because narcotic drug addiction is evil. It is a killer. It is not good for our common good, and that is why we have embarked on that. What about the Orokamu water project? We are embarking on aggressive reticulation, revamping of well-constructed water projects in Orokamu. We have done two. We intend to continue. We intend to also look at the central water works. We intend to also embark on extension of grid, that is electrification, in parts of Orokamu that doesn't have electricity. We embark on the Opialu solar water project, and before the end of this year we will complete it. It's already about 70% completed, but we'll complete it 100% before the end of this year. We also have the Ojaba market in Okunobo and Amejo, and we are very happy. We are going to do more markets and what have you. We are going to even extend it. What we have there, because of positive funds, it's not actually the kind of market we want. We intend to extend it, expand it for the good of our people, because that is very key. It will boost commerce and what have you. And then the big one that everybody knows about, the Legacy Bridge, that links the people of Utonkon with part of Uju up to Ikile. That bridge is very, very important. Recently, when I traveled to Ikile with in the convoy of the deputy governor to go and condole the people of Ikile over the invasion of the Z people by the Fulani mercenaries, the deputy governor was very happy seeing the bridge I did. And you know what? That bridge was constructed from my pocket. It wasn't in the budget. Because when we came, you remember we came in 2019, June 11. At that time, the 2019 budget had been, sealed and signed and delivered. So we never made it through them. But because of the criticality of that road and the bridge, I had to do that. Because before the construction of that bridge, the people of Idele, Oju, Ikile were cut off from the commercial nerve center, which the popular Idoko market provides. So today they can easily come to the market, just like we drove easily to Ikile the other day. We are working so hard on what I call the signature bridge. That's the second bridge I'm doing, and that bridge is meant to connect my districts, Ijiwan district, with Ojaba and Izi community, linking up to Ondobasi. I want to report to you that the Fulanis that attacked the Izi people in Ondobasi, Ataloga, Obakoto, Ndigwe, Ekpufu, came through Ojaba. So what we intend to do is to link Ojaba area and Ijiban with what I call the signature bridge. And I tell you, it's captured in this year's budget. We intend to deliver on it without looking back. Dr. Francis Ottah Agbo free jam registration scheme, where we registered so many people, young people from Adokoko, who were desirous of going to the university. We registered them, and of course, I was very happy. So many people responded, and that was able to take off that burden from parents and guardians, for which I'm very grateful to God for giving me that opportunity. And like I promised that with me as a member of the House of Reps, the people of Adokoko Badibo will not be cheated. They must get their own quota in everything in the scheme of things. For example, with employment, the people of Adokoko Badibo got what they actually deserve, got their own quota in all federal recruitment and appointments since I was elected member of the House of Reps. Recently, they just concluded the process for NDLEA, and Adokoko Badibo didn't fare badly at all. They did very well because I made sure that the quota for how the Okpoko Gbadibo people got to them. And that's the beauty of having a representative that actually cares about his people. And we intend to do more. And in other engagements, other recruitments, other employments, I made sure that how the Okpoko Gbadibo people got what they should get. Gone were the days when our people were cheated. Now no one will be cheated again. And then we did what you know very clearly, we call it the ultra modern primary health care center. It is meant to serve the people of Ejigwam, the people of Ulai, the people of Izi, the people of Eza, Efshon, and Ikwo. If this hospital had been completed at the time the Fulani people attacked Izi people, I tell you, they would have been easily rushed to Ejigwam for treatment. Having known the importance of having a functional medical center, a functional primary health care center, we have decided to invest highly in the construction of this primary health care center in Ejigwam. And our people are very, very happy for this. What about the COVID-19 loans, grants, and so many other opportunities that the federal government has given unto us? They are all working. We have made sure that we facilitated the scheme for so many of our people, our beneficiaries, and more people from Okpoko Gbadibo will keep benefiting, because in the end, we are more joyous when we put food on the table of our people. We are more happy when we enable our people to do businesses, which of course is what the COVID-19 palliatives or COVID-19 loans provide for our people. Then we have rehabilitation. In this year's budget, I am going to embark on a massive rehabilitation of roads in Okpoko Gbadibo. We are taking the road from Ottah to Ichama. We are taking another road from English Junction in Opoga to Edimoga. We are also precisely Efeche. We are taking another road from Igmale, Ulai, Ijigwam to Ezi to rehabilitate. We are also going to rehabilitate the Igmale, Apa, and Agbo road. We also intend to ensure that Otupa, the headquarters of Gbadibo, is going to have an ultra-modern, well-furnished block of classrooms. We are going to put an ultra-modern, well-furnished block of classroom in Opoga, Ugu Center. We are also going to make sure that we put an ultra-modern, well-furnished block of classroom in Watwolo, in Ogigi Ward. We intend to do all of this so that at the end of the day, every district in Inone will have a major project from us. At least a major project. At least must get a major project from us. That's what we intend to achieve. The whole of Inone district, Inone federal constituency, we have 11 old districts, 11 in Idoma district, 5 in Ado, 3 in Gbadibo, 3 in Okpoko. So that is exactly what we are trying to do. Shama already is having a big project from us, the electrification. Otupa is going to enjoy a major lift with the construction of the ultra-modern block of classroom, 500 kVA transformer, and then some areas that do not have electrification will intervene. Be able to sponsor a lot of bills. We will be able to sponsor a lot of motions. One of the most critical bills we have sponsored is the establishment of a federal university in Agbo. That bill is coming up for second reading. We have also succeeded in sponsoring the bill that seeks to amend the police trust fund to make NDLA and other policing institutions to be beneficiaries of the fund. We have also sponsored the bill to create or to establish Nigeria Institute of Management to manage facilities in this country. We have also succeeded in commencing the bill that sought to amend the press council, to professionalize journalism, to define who a journalist is. And our people are very happy because of the importance of that bill. And I'm very hopeful that at the end of the day, our people will be bigger for it. Because as a member of the House of Reps, I shouldn't just be seen to be sponsoring bills that only deals with Okpoko Gbadibo alone. You've sent me to the National Assembly to speak and then to speak for you. For me to be heard loud and clear, I have to also delve into some national issues. More so that I'm a journalist, the bill seeks to refine journalism the more. In the area of motions, it is very important for you to know that the first bill I sponsored since I became a member of the House of Reps was on the bill on the Agbo crisis, where I sought for the motion on Agbo crisis, where I sought to get the federal government to establish buffer zones, to establish mobile police barracks, to also rebeacon the boundary to avoid unnecessary bloodshed. And the people were very happy because I promised that that was the first motion I was going to move. And for me, my words are my bond. Whatever I tell you, you can take it to the bank. And they called me, you called me Toknado. I promised to sponsor the Aglambo crisis motion on the floor, and that I did exactly like I promised. I've also sponsored the motion. I sponsored the motion that sought to urge the federal government to redeem their promise to the IDP in Benue. The federal government had promised 10 billion naira. Up to now, that promise has not been redeemed. So I sponsored a bill urging the federal government to quickly redeem its promise. I also made sure that I sponsored a bill that was calling on the federal government to quickly dredge River Benue, because the refusal or the inability to dredge River Benue has caused a lot of unnecessary erosion in Makodi, and that wasn't good enough. I also recently sponsored, the bill condemning the invasion of the Ezi community, calling on the federal government, especially the IG of police, to establish police posts in all the border wards across our local government. And that was very, very important for us, because if there were to be police posts around those areas, the Fulani terrorists that invaded our communities wouldn't have had those easy access that they had. And for us, that wasn't good enough, and we felt that there was need to actually correct that. And then we have been doing so much. We also sponsored the motion that sought to rebrand Nigeria, which was very, very important. Nigeria is a great country, and we should always try to project it. That was what I tried to do by asking them to go to the old ways when Professor Dora Akunyili was Minister of Information. I also sponsored a motion that wage war against narcotic drug addiction. Narcotic drug addiction is at the center of all the crimes and criminalities in Nigeria. So I felt that Nigerians should wake up, the federal government should wake up, empower the NDLEA so that they can back and fight, so that the war against narcotic drug addiction can be successful. My fellow brothers and sisters from Agbo federal constituency, these are many more are some of the things we have been doing. What about the 3-in-1 solar panels we have across Enone? We did that, and that has been running. We have been intervening in so many areas. Even this crisis that just took place now, we were able to intervene, we were able to assist the IDPs, we were able to make cash donations to the IDPs across other local government, just like we did in Oppok local government when the Olo people and Opoka people fought. And of course, you should know that I'm a lover of intellectualism, I'm a lover of students. If you recall, at the outbreak of the crisis in Wukari, Taraba State, I was able to mobilize our students, all Idoma students, all Benue students in Wukari. I provided buses for them, gave them money, and I was able to, to transport them from Taraba State to Benue State, for which the parents are very, very grateful. And I'm also very happy that God gave me this enablement to do all of this. We intend to keep doing, and for our party, the PDP, I want to urge our people to be steadfast with the PDP, because the PDP is the only party that is truly Nigerian. The other party is a Janjaweed political contraption, struggling to be a political party. If you want to have peace in your lives, if you want to sleep with your two eyes closed, then the party to be with is the PDP. And I'm very hopeful that you won't regret it. For me, I want to tell my people, the good people of Agbo federal constituency, that you ain't seen nothing yet. I will keep speaking for you. I will keep defending you. I will keep doing all I can do within my powers. And like you know, I am trained to say no when no is the right answer. I am trained to say yes when yes is the right answer. Because I'm a politician of conviction. I'll keep working for you because I believe in that creed that says, "He that serveth man well, serveth God well." Thank you.
Ozigi Zaga.